Recapping the FX markets as well here at the still relatively early hour here in Europe, just to show you what we're doing. The euro dollar at 107 at the moment, 107.50, a little bit shy of that. So we're just seeing a leg lower in today's morning trade, and the same goes for sterling against the dollar. So you're seeing a little bit of a lower trade in cable as well. Dollar yen still around that 107, 108 level. We saw some huge moves, especially yesterday well, across the board really in currencies, but the dollar yen was definitely on the run. And the U.S. against the Mexican peso also just a little bit higher on the right-hand side of your screen. Let's continue talking about the FX markets and what we're seeing in terms of business and trade here. Peg Reed is the COO of Forex Development Corp, and she joins us this morning. Good morning, Peg.
Good morning.
First of all, what do you do? Who is Forex Development Corporation?
We are a B2B business that helps foreign exchange entities get into the space, both be new entities or existing players that want to actually expand their business globally, primarily outside the U.S.
Okay, and you're seeing a pickup as of late?
We are seeing a pickup as of late outside of the U.S., yes. The U.S., as a result of Dodd-Frank, is completely dead in this particular area, but places like Eastern Europe, Asia, Russia are very, very busy.
So it's almost like we're taking the place of U.S. business?
Absolutely, yeah.
And so you mentioned Dodd-Frank. I mean, again, Trump proposing to definitely lessen regulation or do away with parts of Dodd-Frank from what we understand as of now.
Yeah, I think what he's going to do is he's going to try to pick the best pieces out of it, if there are best pieces. I mean, it really has created a constraint in the U.S. economy, and doing business has been very, very difficult. So, and the Treasury secretaries he's looking at are ones that want to also abolish Dodd-Frank. So there seems to be, between that and the vocal rule, there's definitely going to be a change.
And in terms of business that you're seeing in the UK after our Brexit vote here, what are the changes that you've seen
Well, I've seen quite a bit of concern over being where one should be regulated because of the EU now not being part of the whole mix. So I think you're going to continue to see the pound weaken. I think you're going to continue to see agencies look to move their businesses either to Ireland or to Germany or to France potentially, and I think it's going to create volatility in the market. Between what's happened in the U.S. with the presidential elections and what happened here on the vote, I think volatility is here to stay for the next 18 months, which is great for the currency markets.
So do you fear that if Trump doesn't watch the way that he speaks, that we could be looking at the international community interpreting what he's saying to be a currency trade war scenario?
Well, absolutely. Yes, I think both between Mexico and China, you're definitely going to have that kind of issue present itself. And he will, that's why I'm saying for the currency markets, this is perfect in terms of volatility. And it's what they love, right? I mean, the stock market doesn't particularly like that, but the currency market absolutely enjoys it. So I think we're going to be really seeing a lot of statements that we're going to be trading around and off of. And I think we have to keep a close eye on China and a close eye on Mexico in terms of how we see things progress.
We had a guest on yesterday with regards to the euro-dollar last week, who said that he thought we were heading to 105 and eventually parity in the next 6 to 12 months. Do you think we could see a scenario like that?
We could see a scenario like that, yeah. I mean, I think we need to look at interest rates and see where those are going. And we need to continue to look at growth in the economy and see where that is going. And then, however, you're going to have a lot of infrastructure brought back to the U.S. if, in fact, Dodd-Frank gets appealed. You're going to have banks hiring. You're going to have the whole U.S. market starting to take off again. And so from that perspective, that's another positive for our economy.
Peg, thank you very much for being with us. Peg Reed, COO of Forex Development Corporation.